Hey, it's Kelly from MXHideout. I just want to share a brief frustration that I've had, and I kind of actually feel sorry for the people that do this just because they don't know, they don't have the experience, and it gets so frustrating. And it's when they end up buying a brand new carburetor for the dirt bike because they don't want to mess with the old one, or they've tried messing with it, they tried cleaning it, they tried changing jets, and it just still isn't running right, or maybe it's not even starting. So they end up buying oftentimes a cheap Chinese knockoff carb for 30, 50, maybe even $100, maybe even kind of mid-level one that could run great. And sometimes it ends up working out really well. Maybe they bolt it on and it runs great, or they have to change a jet and it runs good. But sometimes that ends up being a nightmare because those knockoff carbs aren't made of the same quality. They're a lot more finicky to tune because the precision of like the jet sizes or the passages, or there's burrs all over the jets and pieces on it, causing it to run poorly and make it almost impossible to jet. I just want to say that there's only been one original carburetor I've had from a dirt bike I've bought that I could not use. That means every carb that I've rebuilt, cleaned, tuned, which is dozens and dozens, only one of them I've not been able to rebuild and reuse. And that's because I got the bike as a parts bike. The internal parts of it were already smashed and missing and broken, so I knew it wasn't going to work. So that means I've never had to buy a brand new carb because I couldn't get the original one fixed. So how can I do that and some other people can't? Well, it's not because I'm better than them, it's just because I have a little bit more experience and know what the most common problems are. For one is properly cleaning the carb as well as the jet circuits. A lot of times people just spray carb cleaner and maybe even use compressed air, and that might be good enough for a bike that's been sitting for a few months, but if it's been sitting for 6, 12 months, 5 years, it's probably not going to get the crud that's caked onto the jets or clogging it, especially if there was ethanol gas used in the carb. Then the other thing is making sure all of the passages are clear. Depending on what type of carb you have, 2 or 4 stroke, there can be quite a few passages, and every single one of them is important for the bike to start, idle, and run properly. So if you're not properly cleaning them all out and making sure that they're clear, then your bike probably isn't going to run right. And then the third thing is the gaskets go bad. Whether it's the float bowl gasket, the mid-body gasket, the accelerator pump gasket, whatever it is that needs to keep gas in or to keep gas pumping properly through the carb to get the proper air-fuel mixture. If that gasket or O-ring is bad, so it's hard and it's not sealing, or it's cracked and not sealing, or it's just gone flat and it's leaking, that's going to cause your bike to not run right. So if you don't mind spending $100, $200, $300, $500 on a brand new carb, you just want to throw it on there, don't want to mess with it at all, that's fine. I'm not saying don't do that. But if you have a little bit more time than money, which in this economy, a lot of us don't have $100, $200 to spend on our dirt bike toy, there's a very good chance that you can reuse the original carb. If you tear it down, clean it, and rebuild it properly, then it's probably going to be close to running right. Then you just need to dial in the jets. And again, even though those knockoff carbs can be tuned to run right, I always prefer the genuine OEM carburetor because they are the easiest to tune and they have the least amount of problems. They're going to be the most reliable. And if you want some resources, whether paid or free, just to get started, to show that I can actually help you, check out the links in the description below. Whether you have a 2-stroke or 4-stroke, I want you to save money and have a proper running dirt bike, because if it doesn't start, that sucks. You can't ride it. If it doesn't run well, it's really frustrating and it can actually be dangerous. So I want you to stay safe and have a great running dirt bike and save money. I'm Kelly Fagan from MX Hideout. Ride safe, have fun.